guys.
Today I'm gonna talk about the MCU film Shang-Chi. The film brings a lot of fresh energy, and I would say it's one of the better ones among the franchise. The characters are sympathetic and for most don't overstand their welcome, except Trevor, who I couldn't stand in Iron Man 3, and I audibly groaned when he showed up again in this film. Like, seriously, this film could have done without the inclusion of this particular character and Iron Man 3 back then too. So yeah, I don't care about this character, and aside from that, the movie is pretty great actually. The best part of this film is obviously Tony Leung as Wen Wu. Tony just brings so much to every role he is in, and his eyes commute so many emotions, which is absolutely fantastic to watch as a cinema goer. There is a brilliant video by Accented Cinema, which I'm also gonna link in the video description and put anywhere sideways here in the video at this talking point, detailing what makes Tony's acting so special. I think my favorite moment in a film is when Wu gets scolded by this one old dude, and he just retorts back, addressing this guy as boy because he's so much older than this dude. You know, that was quite a funny moment that I enjoyed, and I like that he's not really a villain. Well, of course he has done bad things, but he's very understandable in his desire to get his wife back, and how the loss of someone can blind you and turn everybody away from you. So that was really great, and Tony Leung just excels at bringing all these emotions into it, you know, this look of anger and sadness and sometimes even cold rage, you know. Another thing is what also works better to, let's say that sounds better. What also works is the chemistry between Simu Liu and Awkwafina. They complement each other well and make the friendship in the movie so much more believable. Although some of the lines Awkwafina has to deliver in her role as Katie are kind of annoying, but she is still in that area where she's a good sidekick and comedy element to the film, unlike Trevor. Fuck Trevor. Okay, now on to things that I didn't like so much. For one, the fight scenes, or rather how they were cut together, because the fight scenes in itself are brilliant. They were choreographed by Brad Allen, a member of Jackie Chan's legendary stunt team, and one of the first foreigners to join the team. He did great work, and it's sad that he's no longer among the living. But, you know, no matter how great the work is, it doesn't amount to anything if you don't treat it right. Sometimes the movie lets you see the brilliance of his work, but in true Hollywood fashion, it's sharply edited together, making it an unidentifiable mess sometimes, missing completely the point of what makes Asian martial arts movies so special. Especially in when they're in Macau, where they have this great set piece that reminds me of Rush Hour 2, and it's probably a reference to that movie. There are some references to Jackie Chan movies, like also in the bus scene where Shang-Chi tells his attackers that he doesn't want to do this. But yeah, it's sad, you know, it's just sad with those fight scenes, because Tony Leung, Michelle Yeoh, and Simu Liu and the rest of them clearly know what they're doing, but aren't allowed to do their stuff because so much went into the cutting room and ruining the takes. Or maybe I'm just spoiled from Asian cinema and how they were doing martial arts films, because I've been watching martial arts movies nearly my entire life. But on to the next point. I also have to criticize some of the CGI, although it isn't as bad as a Black Panther, but it has some rough patches. Overall, the dragon fight at the end looks fantastic, and they were very moderate actually with the CGI. A lot of times they used wire work in this movie, which is a staple in Asian martial arts films, like in wuxia movies. So that's great, and I always prefer more technical stuff instead of faking it out with CGI. Oh yeah, the costume Shang-Chi gets near the end of the movie looks bland and uninspired. Look, I don't request that he runs around like he did in the 70s, but as you can see from the footage I'm using for this review, his Contest of Champions costume would have sufficed absolutely. A sleeveless red shirt with golden dragon scales, green trousers, gloves that match the shirt, and a green belt is nothing too special either, you know, but far more visually interesting and engaging than just a red shirt and black pants, especially because the last set piece takes place kind of at night, so everything's dark and kind of messy. And I mean, his sister's outfit is similar, but the silver and black works better than this combination of red and black. Yeah, and my third and last, or generally my last aspect is that I have to criticize is the usage of flashbacks. Now, flashbacks are a good tool if used properly, but you have to consider that every flashback breaks the pacing of the movie, and there are quite many flashbacks in it. Overall, I can say that I really enjoyed the themes and the story. To not blow this review further in length, I'm gonna stop here and give it a rate of 8 out of 10 dragons. Thank you for watching so much. Leave a like or subscribe or whatever. Upcoming will be a review about Arcane League of Legends, and I'm just as excited to talk about it as you are, because as much fun it is to talk about something that is bad or didn't fully entertain you, it's even greater to talk about something you couldn't find a flaw in. And in the past weeks, this channel has been sort of filled with negativity, and I want to try to focus on something more positive. So yeah, thanks, and be sure to tune in again next Sunday or whenever I decide to do the next one, because I just did so many videos this month. And yeah, this is going to be it, and I hope you enjoyed it. One last point that I want to make is I want to give a shout out to Accented Cinema's video on Shang-Chi itself. So just comes after I've watched it. I would definitely recommend to check that video out. It's very interesting, and yeah, this is a last minute addition to this video.
Well, the books are full of words that you read, and the show gets me paid.